What's going on YouTube? It's Tahir here, back today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about the effects of dopamine and why I firmly believe that you guys should be doing beneficial things such as studying, doing deep work, and not doing rubbish like video games or drinking alcohol to effectively ensure that your body is getting the right amount of dopamine that it needs, and the dopamine that it's getting, it's actually from the right sources. So when you play video games all day, your brain is consistently hit with dopamine. Dopamine is this feel-good chemical in your brain, and every time you play a video game, right, it's always fired. Now, if you think about it like this, let's say, for example, if you are consistently drinking alcohol, it's also fired in the same way. Now, on the opposite spectrum, if you study, right, it takes you 3 hours to study, you still get that same amount of dopamine, but think how much harder you've had to work to get that level of dopamine. Whereas with a video game, you could get it instantly like that. And that is the problem. You're getting too much dopamine from processes such as video games and even food, like junk food. So a lot of your bad food, such as chips, sweets, whatever, you're getting it rapidly, and that's not the way our bodies were ever designed. Our bodies were designed to get slow hits of dopamine, right? And them slow hits of dopamine should come from working hard and doing the right things that will benefit us in the long run. When you play video games, be honest guys, is it really going to benefit you in the long term? And the answer to that is no. It'll only benefit you in the short term because you'll feel good straight away, but after 5 or 10 minutes you'll be thinking like, what was the point of that? You've got a lot of people I know will spend like 3, 4, 5 hours, even more, just playing video games, right? Because of that consistent dopamine hit. Then at the end of the session they'll be like, oh shit, all that time's been wasted, and then they'll feel bad, right? And this is why for a lot of people nothing ever gets done. A lot of people you see nowadays are actually lazy, and that's something that I am trying to prevent with myself and with a lot of you guys, and that's why I'm trying to get this message out there. You've got to be careful about the type of sources that you're consuming, because these bad sources, trust me when I tell you, they are not good for you. They are completely bad. And if you guys want to carry on down a path of self-destruction, then yeah, by all means go ahead for it, but I would highly recommend against that. I want better for everyone, because I think if everyone's living a happy life and the life that they're truly meant to be living, then the world will be a better place. But we can only do that if people are aware of what they're doing, and a lot of people aren't even aware of this. A lot of people, you'll be very shocked, but a lot of people don't really, I don't want to say they don't know a lot, but a lot of people just aren't educated on this, and that's understandable, because if you look nowadays at what they're teaching you all sorts of rubbish. And I'm very fortunate that I've been able to learn all this, especially at such a young age, at the age of 25, because usually it's a lot of the older folk that are teaching all this advice. And there's a saying that's true: live the life that makes you happy, not a life that's expected of you. And you playing video games and whatnot, that's a life that people expect, right? And do you really want to be like most of the other people? I certainly don't. And yeah, so as a result of all this dopamine, I've been taking a few steps. So I've been really looking at my diet, and lately I've really cut down my diet, right? I just want simple things in my diet, such as spinach, for example, which is really good for you, and again, it's better than all the dopamine hitting foods. So yeah, we're trying a lot of that, and today is the first time, right? So let me backtrack. So when you have a really good diet, it solves everything in your life. So the first thing that it solved for me is my sleep. I've been sleeping a lot better, especially the last 2-3 days, and as a result, today morning I've woken up and I've just managed to do 2 hours of work from 4 till about 5:30. So that's like what, an hour and a half's worth of work, and I've never done that before. Just think about it, a diet like that could improve so much, so drastically and so quickly, and that's the power of good food. One of the reasons I believe it's done that is because your brain is not using as much processing power to process all the rubbish foods that you eat, and as a result you can use that power elsewhere for the better of your life. So you can use it on things, again, like deep work, and deep work is something that helps a lot of people achieve success. Yeah, so that's all I would recommend, is just be careful with dopamine, right? Don't be doing activities that spike dopamine consistently, because that is not the way our bodies were designed to be. And also with dopamine, what I would say is just be careful, right? So stop the video games, stop the alcohol, and just try and ensure you are getting dopamine from sources that will actually be a benefit to your life and not a hindrance. That's all. Thanks for watching.